So today we're going to be talking all about inspiration, how it works, and where to find it. Coming up next. Hi everybody, my name is Dee Burks and this is Retirement Rescue, where we talk about how to make money, save money, and create a retirement from nothing. Well, one of the problems that people have all the time is they can't come up with really good ideas. They're wanting to be inspired to get that big idea, whether it be for business, for something creative, for the next book you're going to write. They want that inspiration. Unfortunately, a lot of people have the idea that inspiration is like a dog that's running around, and hopefully it'll find you. If you're lucky, if you welcome inspiration in, it'll find you. No. Inspiration isn't something that's wandering around out there looking for you. No. Inspiration follows work ethic. When you show up and you're ready for the ideas and the inspiration, you get it. It's not something that just comes to you. You're not going to be sitting there watching the ball game or watching TV or scrolling through social media and have poof, inspiration. That's not really how it works. You know, some really good examples of this are people like Nora Roberts. She's an author. She's written romance. She writes thrillers. She's just this incredibly productive author. Stephen King, the same thing. He writes horror, as many of you know. He's an incredibly productive author. But both of them, if you listen to interviews they give, they talk about showing up to work every day. They write every day, whether they feel like it or not, whether they want to do it or not, whether they have the next big idea or not, they show up. And guess what? Once you show up and you start doing the thing that you really want to do, inspiration arrives and it helps you. You know, it's really funny. I saw an interview one time with George R.R. Martin and Stephen King. And George R.R. Martin is really notorious for not producing. He'll go years between books, and it's frustrating for his publisher, for his fans, and for him. You could tell during this interview it was frustrating for him too. He was talking to Stephen King, Mr. Productive. And he was basically asking him, how do you find this inspiration? And you can tell just from the look on Stephen King's face that it's like, okay, I don't understand the question. What? Because he shows up. It's his profession. He shows up every day. George R.R. Martin talked about how he waits for inspiration. Well, you can tell from his record of productivity, it doesn't show up very often. But Stephen King's does. That's the difference. You have to show up. Inspiration is 99% showing up. You got to be ready. You got to show up. You've got to do the thing that you're wanting to gain inspiration from. It's the old idea of you have to be in the game to play. You have to buy a lottery ticket to win. You have to be in the arena for things to happen. People will talk about, especially in business, companies like Amazon and Tesla and how those two guys, you know, Musk and Bezos, how they come up with all these incredible ideas. They're just on a different plane. No, they're not. They sit in meetings all day long, every single day, talking about ideas. Where's the next big idea? What do we do with this idea? What about this idea? All day long, every single day, they're in the arena. So when they have a good idea or a great product or a great line of business that you see being successful, you don't see the 450 or 500 other ideas that were lame, didn't pan out, couldn't get any traction, that they gave up on. You just see the one or two that were really great. That is true in every single endeavor. When you are in the arena, you're going to discard more than you keep. But that inspiration keeps those ideas flowing. The problem is if you never sit down and put yourself in that arena and start working toward your goals, inspiration may never find you. And that's what holds people back. They think it has to find them. It's not something you find. It's something that appears when you put in the work. That is what inspiration is. Now let me give you some examples of this from my own life. I'm a writer by trade. I've written for years and years and years. I ghostwrite books. I write fiction. There are always ideas that are coming to me when I'm writing. They're not coming to me when I'm sitting on the couch watching YouTube. They're not coming to me when I'm playing with my dog necessarily. They are coming to me when I'm sitting down and writing. And a lot of writers or other creative people have this same problem. You'll get partway through a project and all of a sudden you get bombarded with all these new ideas to the point it's almost distracting you from even completing what you have started. This is why so many writers have the first 100 pages of 8 or 9 books, because that inspiration bombards them, and it will you too. Let's just say you're starting a YouTube channel and you're going out and you're learning the skills to shoot good pictures, to shoot good film. All of a sudden, all these ideas for short films and other YouTube channels just start bombarding you. That's normal. That is how inspiration works. If you put yourself in the arena, it will arrive, and it usually dumps ideas on you. It doesn't just give you 1 or 2. Now, the good news for anyone in this situation is to get in there and work toward it. If you want to be an artist, take classes, learn the skill set. As you learn the skill set, that inspiration will show up. If you want to go out and shoot videos and become a videographer and be really, really good, the next Peter McKenna or whoever you want to be, get in the arena. Go out and do the work. Practice. Inspiration will find you. Opportunities will show up for you. The same is true with business. If you start one business, and I've started numerous businesses, if you start one business and it fails, it doesn't mean all those skills are lost. You start looking for the next opportunity to do the next business, and inspiration arrives. It has nothing to do with were you or were you not successful. Inspiration will show up no matter what you try, as long as you try. Get in there and do the actual work. Don't just think about it. Don't just wonder if it's possible. Don't just make to-do lists. Inspiration shows up when you take action. So take action today. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time.